Hey folks, it's Amy from Colorado Mountain Living. As you can see behind me, we've got the beginnings of the retaining wall started. It was definitely a huge project. You know, you think it's just going to be laying down logs, but it's a lot more to it than that. So I wanted to show you in this video sort of the process of getting our railroad tie beams all laid out and leveled so we could start building up the wall. But you know, the week was filled with some other things as well. We had our purchaser for the shed come by and pick that up and carry it off to its new incarnation as a greenhouse, and it definitely looks different now without the shed there. I kind of like it. It looks a little bit more woodsy, even though the shed was just a skeleton anyway, but definitely has a different look in that corner. So about the railroad ties, that's, you know, what Brian decided to go with for the retaining wall main feature and material, because we got a really good deal on them. But unfortunately, we weren't able to get them delivered in time to be able to put up the entire wall this past week. There was a weight restriction for Brian's trailer, of course, so we're not really able to carry, you know, I forget how many it's going to require, 40 ties to be able to build the entire wall, maybe 50. But the company is going to be able to deliver for us, so that's going to happen at a later date to get the rest of the railroad ties delivered. But hopefully you enjoy the video of kind of how we got everything set up and positioned and leveled and all those steps that go into a retaining wall that you don't really think about. So anyway, guys, enjoy the video, and also stay tuned at the end because we are going to wish Brian happy birthday. It was his birthday this past week, so we got a little happy birthday treat as well. Looks like we're getting some backfill. So yes, the retaining wall. Trying to level out where the railroad ties are going to go. Getting it on the level. Need a little bit more dirt to level it out? Yep. Workout. Who needs the gym when you can tamp the earth? Here you go, cat. What? So you've got 1, 2. I see the line on that post, and then down to Catherine. It needs to.
The 3 posts on the end are all the right height. So.
Oh, so just backfilling the dirt till they're all the same level.
Yeah.
So gravel's next, and then you put your ties down.
Yep.
Quite a bit. And so now they're going around the whole perimeter of the retaining wall, just making sure everything's level, and using these 2x4s just to create an edge. So just kind of using that to line it up. Big O, why are you always on a dirt spot? Where's the power steering on this thing? Oof. So that 2x4 definitely helps with leveling out the gravel there to kind of fill in some of those little pits and undulations. But they aren't there permanently. They're just going to get removed. But it creates a nice edge and a nice way to sort of level out your gravel when you're kind of pulling it out with a rake there. Okay.
So once the railroad ties are stacked up, we'll screw a piece of pressure treated 2x4 to here. There'll be a 2-foot section of railroad tie here. Then we'll screw another piece of pressure treated from here to there. So there'll be force pulling this post this way.
But right now you're just using them to...
Just to level it out, yeah. I had to raise it up a little bit because the cement is showing.
The cement on that post.
On that post is high, so I just raise it up a little bit. It'll be fine. Plus, there'll be a lot of drainage, so when water seeps in, it could seep underneath the railroad ties. So.
Couldn't you have just cut out the log for like that section of cement? Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that too. I still wanted some gravel down anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Then getting down to the last section here, we're having to backfill a little bit more dirt behind the 2x4s just because there was a little bit of a dip in the ground there, not quite level, so having to make sure everything's level. All right, now that it's all level with gravel, packed gravel all the way down, we're ready to set our very first ties at the beginning of the retaining wall. How are you going to cut it?
The skill saw. Should have a shoulder for the camera.
Change plans. Dad says carry them.
Flip it over. Okay.
Oh, you made your little angle template.
Yeah, because it's not any particular angle. So this one's like 51.5 degrees.
Yeah.
That one's 40.
Okay. This log, or whatever you want to call it, beam is going to go right down there.
I'm gonna have to
These two.
chainsaw that.
No. Chainsaw it.
I can use my
Your beam
beam cutter.
Okay. I guess you have a beam. I guess you can use your beam cutter. You don't use that tool every day.
Oh.
Beam cutter.
Well, you got to. It's nice to have.
What the heck, man? What the heck?
I don't want to breathe that. Boomaluma.
Boomaluma. There it goes.
Okay.
Stinky.
Yeah,
Oh, nice to pay attention.
Well, look, there's 2x4. Oh, it's on my face. Perfect.
First one done. 80 more to go.
Real?
My 80 today. First one done. Try the electric chainsaw.
Yeah, it's super sharp, so it works really good.
Nice. Beam cutter versus electric chainsaw. It's about almost the same size blade too. And then your solution to waterproofing the ends of the cuts. We've got some used motor oil. Got plenty of that on hand.
Yeah.
So, some fresh cuts over here.
Just that. The other ones look like that too, but these ones, you know, it's only on the outside.
Oh yeah.
Thought it would be perfused in there more.
Seems like it's a lot quicker with the chainsaw.
Yeah, it's gotta be way sharper than another thing. I tried to sharpen it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It does kind of smell. I noticed it.
Well, it's worse too, I think, because I'm cutting them, spreading little pieces around.
Yeah.
No, that's not right. 6 is like right here. 4, the dirt level's right here.
Oh.
I had this up on a little bit of a block.
Okay.
So that was. I think I have that's level there. That's about 4 feet is about here. No, about 8 inches a piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you mean this part?
Yeah. So definitely, yeah, guys, it's a lot of work getting all of that laid out. It really took most of the days, this entire weekend, to get everything just cleared and leveled. Really putting up the timbers themselves, putting up the railroad ties is the easy part. It's all that leveling, all of the gravel, all of the dirt moving is what is really the time intensive piece. So anyway, hopefully the next retaining wall video we'll be able to kind of capture the build of the rest of it. And the last piece that we really need is the dirt for the backfill. That's kind of the key as well, is having to be able to fill all of this in. It's going to be quite a lot more dirt than what we have on our property, so we're trying to still find a source for that as well. But anyways, guys, we do appreciate you checking in on us, and we're trying to hit that 10,000 subscriber mark. So if you've been watching for a while and haven't subscribed, feel free to click subscribe. We're trying to hit that 10,000 mark. Hopefully we can do it by the end of the month. Maybe by the end of July, since it's almost July now. But anyways, guys, we do appreciate you following along, and we'll catch you at the next video. Bye.
Happy birthday to Brian, Daddy Brian. Happy birthday to you. Was close.